What are you saying? But
That's only 18
y'all
points.
continue to love step back Jack. Go ahead. You know what? And
Yeah.
pretty soon he gonna be stepping his ass right up out the playoffs, and y'all will still be loving and praising him and all that stuff, man. Walt, I'm officially here's my ticket. Here's my ticket right here for the Luca
Oh
train or
man.
whatever. Here we go. Here we go.
uh,
You guys can have it back. In fact, I'm gonna put this right over here. You guys can have it.
oh
If
no, you
Philly
going back?
shows it and
You
proves
want
it,
to draft? You want to go back to draft night and redo the trade, man? You want Ice Tray instead?
I want him on my team. Well, I tell you what. I tell you what. I'm not gonna say that I want Ice
Watch
Tray
what you're
over Luca.
saying, pal.
No,
Watch what
I'm
you're
not gonna
saying
say
because you're
that.
saying you want Ice
I, I,
Tray.
I'm not gonna say that, but I tell you this much, man. I mean, because is it fair to say? Well, yeah, I would say Ice
Watch
Tray
what you're
probably has
about
a
to
little more.
say, pal.
No,
Watch
I
what
would
you're
say
about to
Ice Tray
say.
probably has a little more help around him. And granted, they're in the Eastern Conference, but I like what the Hawks have going on over there. As far as other players around them. But man, at the same time, when you're that guy and you're getting all that press and all that love, dog, you got to come up. You got to step up. Walt, it was like he wasn't even trying to get it. I understand they doubled him and stuff. That's fine. But Walt, there were
They
still
doubled him a couple
opportunities,
games.
man.
They doubled him a couple games
They've
ago,
been
and he
doubling you
still
all
wasn't.
damn season, all series. What are we doing here?
Oh well,
But
I got somebody. I got somebody who's ready to come on here and calm you down a little bit, man. You've been getting out of hand. Finally, somebody's here to stop you. The Kendrick is joining the broadcast. Kendrick, throw some water on your
shit
boy, man. What's
trash,
wrong
man.
with you? What's wrong with your boy?
Shit trash, man. Shit trash, man.
We can't hear you, Kendrick. We can't hear you, Kendrick. Yeah. Yeah, Billy, you've been fired up all night.
I'm a Mavericks fan. I'm not. They're not the Dallas Doncic's. That's not what they are. They're the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, I've been a Dallas Mavericks fan. All my merchandise says Dallas Mavs. I see the Mavs logo. I don't see
Okay,
Luka Doncic
I
anywhere
think
on
I
here.
think we got you now. Oh, he got out. He'll come right back.
Oh,
All right, so the stream is open. Matter of fact, I'll put it out on everything. Anybody wants to join us and talk Mavs? Billy is fired up. He's done with Luka. He says he's no more a part of the front running. He will not support this. He will not support Luka anymore. He's done.
no. Don't get it twisted. I support Luka because he's a Dallas Maverick. I'm not going to be on this a whole thing about Luka Magic. Oh, we got all this. What we have is a guy who, when it's all good, it looks great. It's all fine and dandy. But in multiple opportunities to show and prove that it's time to get down to it, and you had a chance to step on the neck, you have yet to do it. And it'd be different if he was going to receive some type of criticism. But Walt, I guarantee you, nobody's going to criticize anything. They'll find KP. They will go above and beyond to find KP. They will go and criticize Boban Marjanovic. They'll go and criticize Maxi Kleber tonight before they go and look at your star player. That's a fucking problem to me.
Well, let's see.
Huge
Can we
problem.
get him? Can we get him this time? Kendrick, you there? Still can't hear you. Still can't hear you. I don't know what you're doing over there, man. You had before you got off. Oh, wait. I think I got you. Nope. Look, hey, listen, you need to get that fixed, Kendrick. I need you to calm your boy down.
Internet stream don't even want to work nowadays.
It's not even a stream. It's I think he's got it like blocked on his end. It seems like his microphone is muted. Here you go. Jose says he got a question. Go ahead, Jose. There goes the stream key if you want to hop on with us. Billy is very upset. Very upset.
Shit has gotten completely out of hand. Shit is completely out of hand.
And Kristaps Porzingis only got how many shot attempts tonight, Billy?
6. A grand total of 6 shots. And keep in mind, two of them were like cutting down the lane, or I'm sorry, one of them was in transition on a dunk, and then I think he had two of them that they got in a half court set or whatever, but they were like layups. Yeah. That's what they're doing. 6 attempts.
Let's see. Can we get Frosty here? Let's see if Frosty will work. Frosty, we got you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, Frosty. What's going on, man?
All right, my man Billy, you need to chill out,
Nope.
bro.
Yeah, talk to your
need,
boy, Frosty. Frosty, talk to your man.
Explain to me. I'm just gonna sit here and listen.
you
Let me get
need
my
to chill
notepad.
out.
Let me get my
Get your
notepad.
notepad out, Billy.
I'm not even gonna say you need to chill out because what I had seen tonight. Well, okay, because I'm a little lit right now.
You can understand his frustration.
So I'm a little. We need to, first off, we need to if Dorian Finney-Smith is our starting, he's great, but he's not a starter, bro. Like he can't hit open.
He's a very good defender. Good defender.
He can't hit open threes. Like, bro, if Luka is giving you open shots and you missing, you averaging 6 points. Like
Maxey was turning down shots when he got the ball. And I was like, Maxey,
I understand. No, I can understand Maxey because Maxey getting swiped at by PG. He getting swiped at by, so how many viewers we got? Maxey not one of us, so he don't got that killer instinct. You know what I'm saying? So he go not look at the rim and look elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? But Dodo,
hey. You know how this goes, Billy. Dodo was doo-doo tonight.
But look here though, Billy. I do on one hand I can understand because why are you forcing it to Dodo and you not forcing it to KP? Like I don't.
I could listen. I could even get up. I could get on board with everybody and say, man, KP's just hot trash, man. He ain't hitting no shots, but you're not giving him opportunities.
But hold on though, if you can't 1-2 turn around and pull up, bro. Now we have been spoiled by Dirk. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's what it is.
But I can understand, bro. You can't hit 50% of those shots, KP. You're not worth $153 million.
Hold on, man. Don't count.
No, he's not worth $153 million.
You're not worth
you're using him.
$3 million. You might worth, bro. You're not.
Wait, but how can you honestly say that?
Before I get off, I just want to say this, and I'm a diehard Mavericks fan.
Okay.
And I just want to say this, bro. And I love my team. This was the start of next series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to say tank. I didn't think the Clippers was gonna come out playing like this, and they didn't. They didn't. Kawhi basically killed us, but neither here nor there. We need to focus on the off season. Like, what is the focus? Why are we gonna win over there? Why are we gonna win in LA if we can't win at home?
Right. Hot trash
at
home.
I understand, us Mavericks fans, but I don't know what we just need to get put out of our misery. You know what I mean?
Sign me up.
And I don't mean to say that in this is we won more games than we won last year. This is a dub.
Mm-hmm.
We need to focus on how we can get Luka a number 2.
Well, the Mavs are playing with house money. I think that's.
Hold on, we gotta let him go because we got other people lined up in here. Thank you, Frosty, for joining us, man.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Man. No problem.
All right, now we got Mr. Jahi here ready to join. Let's see if he's ready to calm you down too, Billy. You've been out of line. Let's see what he's got for you. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you fine. It's Kendrick, the one we can't hear.
Billy, man. I understand your frustrations with Luka, but you gotta remember, was it like 15, 14 years ago? Remember Dirk had the same problem in the fourth quarter where he didn't want the ball? I remember everybody killed him. It was years. That's the funny thing about Dirk, man. Like, people really didn't like Dirk until
I was here when they used to call Dirk soft.
Yeah, so I understand that part. But this is the part that's been getting on my nerves throughout the whole year, this year, last year. Carlisle's rotations. I don't understand.
Oh my God. Those were terrible rotations tonight. You know what? Game 4 was the best rotation. Game 4 was one of the best rotations. These rotations tonight, that was terrible.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand it because, like, he won't put KP only comes in when
1 second, Larry.
KP only comes in when Luka comes in. He doesn't cut KP he has that lineup where he has Richardson pretty much running the point, which I don't like because Richardson is not a playmaker.
He can't even handle the ball.
Another thing that has got on my nerves, I knew this was going to happen because I knew this game. I said, if the Mavericks can get a lead, if they can get an actual maybe 12 to 14-point lead, they will be fine. But they get to 7, Carlisle say, okay, let's calm it down. Luka took a bad shot. Let's go back. And next thing you know, it's a 2-point lead. They'll take Luka out. They'll take KP out. And I'm just like, what are we doing? Because the thing about the Clippers, the thing about any NBA team, especially in that position, if they're down by 10 or 12 points in the fourth quarter, they're going to start thinking about their shots. But when you got to the point saying, hey, we're good, we're okay, we're still in the game, they're still confident. And that's what just kills me with Carlisle, because he does this every single game. He's done this in the regular season. So I didn't expect to do anything different because he does this in the regular season anyway. So the playoffs come around, he does the same exact thing. And the national media loves Carlisle. I don't think he's that great of a coach. I really don't. I think his situational awareness isn't very good. And he gets away with it with Luka, but Luka obviously didn't have a good game. He wasn't aggressive. I agree with Billy. He was not aggressive at all in this game. I don't know if it was because he thought it. People were saying he shot too much, shot 37 times. So in Game 5, but yeah, he wasn't aggressive today. He didn't have a good game at all. And I just feel like at least put KP in the game while Luka's resting instead of resting them both, and having just Richardson, Finney-Smith, Brunson, Kleber, and Powell. I'm like, they're not gonna. And Paul George is still in the game Paul George and Ray Jackson still in the game for the Clippers. So I'm just like, how are you gonna score? So that's my deal, man.
Hey, Jahi, before we let you go, Sunday, do the Mavs wrap it up, or are they getting eliminated?
Man. I was talking to my dad, man. My dad said, "Hey, we're good. The Mavericks are gonna win." And the thing is, I don't know if I want to deal with this anymore, man. Right now, man. We got 2 months until the Cowboys season, or a couple months. I mean, I get enough heart attacks already with the Mavericks, and the Cowboys are coming up soon. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this some more. But I do want to see KP play against Utah because I really think he can play better against Utah. I think this matchup is just not good for him. So, but I don't know, man. I don't know if Mavericks are going to do it in this game, man, because every game on the road has been closer. It hasn't been like the first game they won by 10?
Yeah.
The second game they won by, and the last game they won on the road was by 5? And it was almost a 1-point game, and almost blew it. So I don't know if the Mavericks are going to be able to do it again, man. Like, all right, man. I think this was our Game 7, and to me, Carlisle just said, "No, we're gonna rest Luka and KP right now, and after we're gonna play, and we have a Game 7 to play." It's beyond me, man. But
all right, man. We'll see you Sunday then, right?
Yeah, I'll be there Sunday watching, man. But
all right, we'll see you Sunday night.
Y'all take it easy, man.
All right, we got a new guy coming in tonight, right here, Billy. This is a new face right here. This is Larry right here about to join us.
So, guys, how you doing?
What's going on, man? He probably wants to calm you down, Billy. All that yelling and stuff you're doing in the broadcast probably want to calm you down. Go ahead, Larry. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to pump the brakes a little bit. We're playing with house money.
Yeah, Billy. House money.
House money. Look, you can't. If we're thinking future, I'm thinking big picture here, right? Luka's contract's got rookie contract, 3 more years left on it.
Yeah,
picked up the option.
I thought it was 2. I thought it was 2.
It's 2.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it's 2.
Okay,
because he came in 18, 17, 18.
And then we're gonna start having to pay him real money, right?
Yeah.
And so we were already paying KP real money, right? And we've got this team around him, so we're not gonna get rid of KP next year. No one's gonna come in and say, hey, let me get this guy off you. Nope. Right? There's no value that's going to be out there. There's no draft picks are going to be there. There's no team building here. We're playing with house money. Next year is the goal. You want a full, healthy season with these guys coagulating, getting everything together, figuring out what other pieces we can get, some offshoot. Now everyone sees what Luka is. they're going to want to play with Luka. You want a game 7 because a game 7 gives you more advertisement for Luka in the playoffs. Okay. And someone's sitting there on the bench right now going, "Oh man, that's me." They see Dorian Finney-Smith there. That's my spot. Like, right. How many killers are out there right now looking for, just waiting for a ball in the pocket straight from Luka?
Yeah.
I mean, how many assists is he going to have in his entire career? And who wants to get those assists? He's going to get it. So if we're looking at game 7 is just house money. It's they walk in the court, they play hard, they play aggressive, they go where Luka goes. First 5-10 minutes, he's killing them. That's great. I need him to be killing them straight out the second quarter or straight in the third quarter. And then right off the bench, fourth quarter, he needs to be hitting 2 shots. My other thing,
that's where Billy's frustration in mine is too. Like, tonight was the night. Like, any other night, other night, it's step back jack, full effect. I didn't see hardly any step back jack tonight.
But you had TSJ going off. You gotta get him the ball. You gotta get him the ball. You had him trying to facilitate to KP. KP does the right thing, gives the ball up, does exactly what he's supposed to do to TSJ in the corner. That shot changes the whole game plan. No one's looking at it like he wasn't a contributor in the grand scheme of putting points on the board, but he's trying to facilitate. He's out there. He's just Bobby's taking his minutes because the matchups aren't working for him. And I think, maybe another matchup works in another system, but I would really like to see them work harder on him in a pick and roll offense where if he's going to pop, they need to figure out where that pop is going to be. The pop needs to be Dirk pop. It needs to be in the 12 to 13 to 14 foot range, fake pop, get somebody as a cutter coming from both one of the sides, and rotate the ball out if it's not going to work for you. His problem is he's not strong enough to put somebody in the post.
Yeah,
he's
not his game.
He's not strong. He doesn't have the post. He doesn't have post moves. He's not. He's not at that point right now, and that's not the game that they need him to play. If he's going to space the.
I love what you're saying. I just want to ask you real quick. Okay, so and I agree with you 1,001% in what you're saying with KP. But at what point doesn't that follow your head coach or your guards to put him in position? You have to know your personnel, right? But doesn't that just make sense?
I think it's a mixture of two things. I think it's Luka tunnel vision, Luka vision. He wants what he wants. He sees the court where he wants to see it, and everyone falls in the vision. He sees it in the same sense as I like Luka's game. Like, no one really calls it this, but it's Jason Kidd 2011. He slows the ball down to his speed. If you ever watch Jason Kidd, he was the slowest guy on the court, but he was the first guy where he needed to be.
Right.
He was always on the ball, and he was making steals.
Especially in 2011.
Right. He was in the lane. He was exactly where, because he saw the angles. He knew exactly where the points of contact were going to be, and it was almost like he knew where the ball was bouncing, and he could hear where he has to be. It's something weird. So Luka can try to put people in right places for the things that happen. I love the Bobby thing because if you make it clear that you can drop it down to Bobby and he could pop it right back out, you've got two guys off kilter. You've got whoever's covering Bobby trying to guard the ball, and then you got the closer on whoever's coming off, and then you created your rotation. So I think KP needs to understand that the 23 plus range is great, but man, if you can make 12 to 18 your home, and just make people know that that's going to happen for you, then he can go up, he can drive, he can go back up, he can pop out, he can go wherever. But they know he's just going to try to pop it because he's not going to body anybody.
Yeah,
he's not going to go anywhere.
True story,
Larry. So before I let you go, Sunday, are we done, or are we going to play Utah?
Man,
no, Larry.
Look, I was on the radio.
No, Larry, come on, Larry.
Look, I went on 105.3, and I said, man, I felt like this was going to be a sweep, and that was after 2 games. So
a lot of people said that. Don't feel bad.
Sure, I don't feel bad. I didn't play the game, but. I'm gonna say this. Look, I felt very confident in the last 4 minutes of this game. I felt like if it wasn't for Kawhi going into Kawhi mode, that game would have. It was bouncings, and it was 3 bounces. The ball could have gone, and it would have. Without Kawhi, that game would have been a toss up.
Yeah.
I think it's a toss-up. And if I'm going to go toss-up, I'm going to go with Luka having that young energy and going in and just grabbing the hearts out of those people, and without that crowd, I think the Dallas Mavericks create their own energy. They're a better group of people together.
Okay.
Somebody said looks like the Clippers. Looks like everybody on the Clippers lied and they took your money out of your book bag when you weren't looking. Like, and everybody, they're all that same dude. So hey, man, I don't know. I think it's Mavs. I think it's gonna be close, and it'll be Mavs by like 5 if it's gonna be close. Free throws at the end.
All right, so we're gonna see you back hopefully on Sunday night when we come back and do this again.
I'll be there.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. I like that guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I like Larry. Larry dropped some insight. He dropped some knowledge, Billy. And there's Jabroni who's waiting here. He probably should have been here listening. Maybe he could have learned something.
Let me get my pen out. I know who this is.
No. This next one here. Let's see if we finally get his volume to work. Let's see. Is he working right now? Can we? Do we have you, sir?
Do you have me now?
Oh, we got him.
My guy.
Kendrick,
what's up, guys?
Kendrick, talk to your boy, man. Talk to your boy, Billy. What's up, man? Why he doing all this yelling?
Billy look. I'm probably happy I didn't come on as quickly because Billy was running hot a while ago, man. So he like he didn't calm down. Drunk him a few bottles of water. You look good, Billy.
Hydrated over here, man.
Hey, Ken. He was madder than a wet damn hen a few minutes ago, boy.
He sure was. I said, Billy up here gang banging and stuff over here. I said, dang, Billy, talking like you back in the streets again,
Hey,
Billy.
man, look, late June Jim Miller, man. I'm from the Grove, man. I grew up right over there,
Grove,
man.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Well, guys, I've been hearing what everybody had to say. This.
Gonna be Billy.
Yeah, no, this is not. This ain't and I'm just on my opinion. This ain't a Luka thing. This ain't a KP thing. This is a Rick Carlisle thing.
Rick Carlisle. I knew it. Everybody's on Rick Carlisle head right now.
No, I don't think he really completely knows how to coach these two guys together. I'm sitting up here. They ran one successful pick and roll with him and. I think it was in the first quarter with him and Porzingis in the first half, and Porzingis hit a 3. And I said, okay, now let's keep going to it. Then they stopped going to it, and they started going to this ridiculous pick and roll with Dodo, where they had him hold the ball in the middle of the paint, and him trying to create. Dodo. He had about 5 turnovers in that first half. He can't dribble. And I think I tweeted you, who's that, Billy or Walt? I think it was you. Yeah. I said, this dude's offense is horrible. And you said, well, I think you told me, well, he's got to lock down. Listen, if this was Bruce Bowen or Tony Allen, because them guys can actually lock you down. They couldn't do anything offensively, but they were so much good defenders. You can accept they non-offensive behind because you knew they was going to stop. They're going to stop the other guy who was their best player. But Kawhi been cooking this dude the whole series. What Kawhi averaging this series? We talking about Luka averaging. Kawhi ain't that far behind him.
No, he ain't.
So they just got to upgrade, man. Listen, either two things got to change in off season because I don't think they're gonna win this game Sunday.
I think. Come on, Kendrick.
Listen, they don't put their hand too much to the fire. And well, we got a little kid. Everybody got kids. They say, "Hey, don't quit touching these cookies." I'll tell you, quit touching. Then you got to spank them because they don't listen. Well, I think the Mavs probably get run out of the gym Sunday.
Kendrick, you know what? My guy DJ Sullivan, man, reached out to me. And he was like, man, he said, y'all don't play no defense or whatever. And, we talking about game 7. I said, man, everybody's going to sit here and live off the fact that the Mavericks have won all the road teams won every game. I don't believe that that's how this series will finish. Trust me, as a Mavs fan, Kendrick, Walt, everybody out there, I want the Mavericks to win. I want to be so incredibly wrong that I have to come back and eat some unseasoned crow on Sunday afternoon. I would love to do it. But the reality of the situation is, man, this seems like that typical Dallas sports scene, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Stars, raise everyone to the top and then let everybody fall. Everybody falls together, everybody breaks their bones and bleeds out together, man. I feel it coming. And we can't say anything. We've had our opportunities.
You had too many opportunities to finish this inning.
There were so many things in this game. The Mavericks had them beat. They had them beat in like the second or third quarter, and they let them. Listen, I was telling Billy and them. Billy didn't want to believe it. I was like, bro, they have Tyronn Lue rattled. This dude went to the end of the bench to bring in Luke Kennard, who he ain't played all series. When I make you do something out of the ordinary, I got you. I got you beat. I made you go to the end of the bench. Guy, you basically said Zubac, you're not playing. Batum, you're not playing right now. Pat Bev, you're not playing right now. Luke Kennard, come in the game.
Yeah, Luke Kennard.
I made you to go deep in your bench to come out here and play basketball.
Because Luke Kennard, I thought, well, shoot, he must go pull out Boogie next out of there because he's just pulling guys 15th, 14th, 16th man off the bench. But like I said, something got to change. Either the coaching staff got to change.
Oh,
and man. so they can.
Terry Stotts just got fired in the middle of the.
Terry Stotts got fired about a couple hours ago.
Damn.
Either the coaches. Now that's a guy I like to bring back who can coach offense.
No.
You only don't believe Terry Stotts?
Hey, who did he come from?
that don't mean they're the same guy.
But their coaching styles are pretty much the damn same. You watch,
but you give them
what the hell?
No, but listen, seriously. Something got to change. Listen, it can't be. You can't bring this stuff back next season and well, everything's fine. You want to piss me off. I don't want to hear the owner or the general manager, president, or some say, "Oh, it just need to grow another." No, this thing's run its course. This team is a first round exit. That's no more, no less. They are first round exit for a better team. This team presently put together will be no more than a 5th seed. And really tell you the truth, they was only 5th seed because teams got injured. If the Lakers not injured, they're a 6th seed. If the Golden State Warriors have all their players in there, they're a 7th seed. I'm just telling you facts, the way it is. This team, we talked about it early season, Billy. They just ain't good enough. So I don't want to see this team presently constructed brung back because either if you bring the team back, then there's something wrong with the coaching. If the coaching comes back, then it's some of the players. I perceive it's some of both. It need to be tweaks on the coaching staff and the play and the team all put together. Because the way they are coaching KP, I don't get it. You don't get 6 shots, so you paying a guy $30 million to get 6 shots. To give him 6 shots, that doesn't happen.
Kendrick, this is the most god-awful, dumbest logic that I'm hearing from people saying that, oh, it's part of the plan. What plan? There is no plan. You don't put a 7'3" guy on the wing and what Ed Tovar says it all the time, man. Yeah. Listen, you're letting the Clippers take time off. Why do you think Kawhi's so fresh, man? Why do you think Paul George and these guys are so fresh? They're standing on the perimeter. The Mavericks had no interest in getting Reggie Jackson sorry ass involved defensively. And hold on, Kendrick, before I say anything, Walt, I have to come to you. Because it's your nonsense and it's foolishness and it's absolute blasphemy. It's blasphemous what you're telling us. You told us the other night, oh, the Mavericks they want Reggie Jackson to do this. Here's the thing. I understand that Reggie Jackson, yes, put up shots. You do want him shooting the ball more than Kawhi and those guys, but at the same time, they're open shots, man. They're open shots. Like you're not accomplished. You want him to take tough. You want him to take the shots, but you also want
he's taking practice shots.
Yes, it's fool's gold. It's fool's gold. He gave you 21, 23 points tonight. He's not that type of guy.
He gets 25. But no, my
terrible.
Point, it's not even that. The plan worked. The problem is the Mavericks didn't work because when that's what happened. They went with the game plan worked of letting Reggie Jackson shoot. The Mavericks just didn't work. You were supposed to kill them, and they didn't. Luka gave me nothing tonight. Luka was supposed to offset Reggie Jackson scoring 25 points tonight. You know what Luka?
No. If Luka's got to offset Reggie Jackson, then we got a bigger issue than you. It's not about Reggie. Luka's supposed to offset Kawhi. He didn't forget Reggie Jackson.
No, what I'm saying is that the thing is that they wanted Reggie Jackson to keep shooting because it kept the ball out of Kawhi and Paul George's hands.
Well, actually, they did. Kawhi almost had 50 tonight.
I know, but at the same time, the Mavericks didn't do the other part of letting Reggie Jackson shoot the ball. That's what happened tonight. There was no step back jack. This was supposed to open up step back jack and to go wild tonight, and it didn't. It worked.
I just think honestly, when it comes to like Reggie Jackson and Marcus Morris and Zubac and all those guys, man, I get the whole logic behind it. You would rather those guys try to beat you as opposed to Paul George, who's a proven guy who can beat you. Kawhi is a proven guy who can beat you. But at the same time, man, it's like I say, man, you allow guys to get in a rhythm, and it's like, Kawhi, we can't do anything.
Because to the credit, Paul George only scored 20 points, and that came in like the rest of his points came in the fourth quarter. Because in the other quarter, Reggie Jackson was launching shots, and they was like, "Oh, well, go ahead, Reggie." Kawhi just took the ball and said every time Kawhi got it, he scored, but it kept the ball out of Paul George's hands tonight, which is what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to keep the hand out of both of them, but it was going to either do both, take the hand out of both of them, or take the hand out of one of them. And tonight, Kawhi got hot and knocked down the shot.
Listen, I'm gonna make
Kawhi wasn't knocking down the shots the other night.
Listen, but I'm gonna make a suggestion here. The Mavericks gonna have to do the same thing to Kawhi as the Clippers are doing. They're gonna have to blitz that dude. You can't let him play 1-on-1.
Yeah.
If you get beat by open shot by somebody open shot,
so be it.
But I don't seen enough of that. I don't see he's shooting close to 60% from the field.
Man,
think about that, Billy. Think about that. Kawhi is shooting close to 60% from the field in a series. That's not like Shaq where he's turning around in the paint. This is a wing shooting 60%, almost close to 60% from the series. Listen. If Reggie Jackson or whoever the Morris twin or even Paul George beat you, so be it. There has to be a better defensive game plan than to let Kawhi just play 1-on-1 with anybody, because ain't nobody stopping him on you have no Kawhi stop over there. It's barbecue chicken on anybody he see. You're gonna have to throw a double team. Hell, if you thought throw a triple team, trap him. If he get the ball at the top paint, trap him. If he bringing the ball up, he can't. Listen, if you get open shot, but you can't allow. If you want to have any kind of chance Sunday, you cannot allow it to happen. What happened tonight? That's been happening over him just going rough shot on any part of your defense. Any part of your defense.
You got to make Kawhi be an assist man. You got to make him be an
assist. If you get beat with him having 20 assists. You clap your hands, say you the better team.
Shake their hand, take your ass off season.
Kendrick, who was the best and worst man on the floor before we let you go? Damn.
The best Mav on the floor tonight was Timmy. Okay. Worst Mav on the floor tonight was Luka, Dodo, Jalen Brunson. With his big bag and 2 missed free throw self at the end, couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Maxey, I'm putting them all up in there. Let's go big. Rick Carlisle with his non-coaching behind, his coaching staff right behind him.
Say some room for that guy that sits up top too. Say some room for that guy that sits up top back there. The one that Walt says gives him credit for drafting Luka Doncic. That guy's got to go, man. I'm sorry, he's got to get the hell out of here. I don't give a damn. He has to go, man. That's not going to get.
Listen, hey, Billy. Donnie, Billy. Donnie don't have no say in that. He's coach of foreign players. That's what he does. Baby Jerry is GM in that team.
Don't watch this broadcast, man. It's getting hot.
Baby Jerry is running that team. I'm not calling Mark. Baby Jerry. He's up there before the game shooting jump shots like he finna get ready to play up there sweating.
He does every game at the AAC. He's on the
man.
court.
That's ridiculous, man. Stop. Hey, quit trying to be Al Davis or Jerry Jones and give you some basketball people to help run your organization, because this junk is getting too much for me.
We all right, Kendrick.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
We'll see you. Yeah, we'll see you Sunday.
Disappointing.
Well, it gets worse for you, Billy. It gets worse for you, Billy, because this next person, you called him out at the beginning of the show, and now he's here. At EA Sports DFW.
Oh, perfect. I need this. Yeah. I'm here for this.
Hey, EA, I just want you to know, Billy wants all the smoke right now.
The connection's bad, Billy, so I'm glad I don't have to hear you talk. I'm glad. Just want to hear, first off, this idea, yes, I'm going to agree a bit that Luka Doncic wasn't as aggressive as he needed to be in a closeout situation, something a young player should learn, but I think he will. But this is where you get your emotions too much into this, Billy, and you need to put your analyst hat on when you come on this show, because you're not a fan when you come onto this show. You're an analyst. So let me
just call Billy
about being an analyst. Because he's being a fan right now, because he is spouting off like we need to get rid of Luka Doncic. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Like, seriously? And you're defending KP of the guy that, hey, he did a dunk today. Awesome. What would he do?
EA, what are you supposed to do with 6 shots?
Don't do that.
Explain that to me. What are you supposed to do with 6 shots?
What is he supposed to do with 6 shots? What is he supposed to do with 6 shots?
Entire series, he's averaging about 14 points a game. That is not what you're supposed to. Guess what? It doesn't matter. If you're a good player, if you're a superstar, it doesn't matter if people give you the ball or not. You're going to find ways to win, okay? And he doesn't. He just doesn't. You are cuddling him like a little baby. Now, I got to say is this. You're getting a little.
You mean the way you used to?
After game 4, we all had the same thing. And guess what? Game 5, we won. So the series is not over by any stretch of the fucking imagination. And you know how Luka, every time Luka has a bad game, guess what he does? He comes back and shows you who he is. So
I can agree with that.
Crying. Now, if game 7 we lose, then we can fucking bitch and all we want, okay? We can do it all together. We could fire Carla. We could fire KP. We could fire Luka. That's after game 7, people. Focus up. And Billy, I'm telling, and Walter, because I expect this from Walt, because he's just a polo chasing whatever he is. That's all he is. But for you, Billy, I expect more from you, okay? Take off potions. Settle down. Okay, we're in the big boys now. We're the big boys. All right.
You should be ashamed of the broadcasting you're doing right now, sir. How dare you talk about me like that? When you're the guy who front run and wore a jersey, you wore another man's name on your back in the studio, pal. You were doing some front running.
Did you not see what I wore yesterday in the show? I wore a black polo.
Why? Was it to symbolize the death of the team?
Close out. We closing this out.
Whatever, man. Get out of here, man. I'm done with this guy. We'll see. You better be back here on Sunday.
Oh God.
Sunday,
yeah, you did.
Sunday
yes.
People, we'll see what happens then. But Billy, seriously, not your emotions. You become like a 15-year-old girl over here.
I got him. I got him. Once it's over.
See you Sunday, EA.
Listen. Let me point out something about Mr. Azad here, man.
Yeah.
And that's my guy. I got nothing but love for EA. That's my guy.
The biggest front runner in Dallas, Texas today.
In fact, me and EA actually agree on more stuff than what we disagree on. It's not about being a fan, dog. Part of being an analyst, and I'm not some big time NBA analyst by any stretch of the imagination, but part of doing it, man, is we have to assess things for what it really is. When are we going to use common sense? Everybody keeps talking about KP and all this different type of stuff, man. It's not about KP. It's about the Dallas Mavericks and how they utilize the personnel that they have. They have guys that are capable of doing certain things, but they won't give them the ball. Then on the reverse side of that, you have a guy like Finney Smith, who I do like, but you have a guy like Finney Smith who's not a shooter, and you keep giving him the ball to shoot it. Then you turn around and you say, hey, Luka, this team is built in such a way that anytime you go to the bench, we can't sustain anything. The Clippers are just waiting the Mavericks out to put Luka on the bench, and they go on a run. That's exactly what's happening. That's analyzing what's going on, EA. You have to look at the game. You talk about being a fan and all that. It has nothing to do with being a fan. I've been watching this game of basketball for a very, very long time. I've played.
And he only started watching in 2006.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, be that as it may, whatever. Okay, so but my guy has 15 years of but I've played. I haven't played at that high level.
Hold on. Don't give him that much credit. Don't give him 15. He's got 15 years, like it's been the best 15 years.
Hey, listen. Look, my thing is I played this game. I understand how it's supposed to be played. I understand what's going on, man. And I understand that as a guard, Luka Doncic is this team's point guard. Okay. We know he's a forward, whatever, but he's their guard. Okay, Luka Doncic, it is your job as the leader of this basketball team, man, to get other guys involved. Furthermore, Luka, you are the leader, whether you want to be or not. You are the leader of this basketball team. And so when things are not going well, we give Dak Prescott credit for it. We give Dak all the credit all the time. He knows how to tell.
Whoa. We know how much you don't like the quarterback of the.
Wait. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Dak Prescott. What up, Pops? I'm a big fan of Dak Prescott, for the record. But no, what I'm saying is we give Dak Prescott a lot of credit for being a leader. Okay. And I understand Luka has to grow into that. I'm not saying that he can never be that. But EA and Tovash and all these other guys out here, man, all I'm saying is, hey, he can be held accountable too, man. We can't sit here and say, do we understand how stupid we sound when we say, oh, KP's not even giving you, he's averaging only 14 points a game, but the man's getting 6 shots. Do you understand that the most you can score in 6 shots, if you go 6 for 6 and they're all threes, is 18? He's not going to hit every damn shot, man. He's not. Not to mention they have some pretty decent defenders over there. Okay, his game is not one that's going to have him on the ball, penetrating in the lane and all that stuff. He depends on Luka to create shots for him. So Luka, get the man shots. Get him. It'd be different. I can criticize him all day, Walt. I'm telling the people out there, listen to me and listen to me good. If KP is getting these shot attempts and he's just missing them and he's just looking like a complete bum, I can say, man, damn, we're getting him open looks. He just can't hit anything. Man, he just ain't got it. That's a fair conversation to have. But how the hell can we sit here and call ourselves sports analysts? How can we say that we're fans of the game? How can we say we're watching basketball and spit some of this blasphemous foolishness that we spit about Kristaps Porzingis or anybody else? How the hell can we really get mad at Dorian Finney-Smith? You knew when the season started while he wasn't a shooter. I knew the same thing. So why the hell are we getting upset with these guys for doing what they do? We knew they weren't a good defensive team, so why are we bitching and complaining? The only thing we counted on was that Luka Doncic was able to take over a game, and he has not done that in the fourth quarter when we have called on it. He has not done that. That's analysis, EA. That's the for your ass, man. Write that down. Go study that, man, and come harder next time, okay? Write it down, study it, and come harder next time.
Well, here goes somebody who's about to hopefully come hard in this interview. That's Rick Carlisle. We got him ready to go right here.
All right. Do you have anything you'd like to say, or do you want to get right into questions, Coach?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, Brad?
Yeah, Rick. Brad Townsend, Dallas Morning News. I was wondering today, I was thinking about J.J. Redick and want to ask on a couple of levels. A, how's he doing physically? And B, I would think that he, as a locker room guy, would be valuable in a situation like this. He's been with teams that have seized the moment and teams that haven't. I wondered if you think he's gained the ear of the locker room in the time he's been here?
Yeah, he's been a very big help ever since he's gotten here. He's a different kind of personality. Our guys respect the fact that he's played over 100 playoff games. I think he has great credibility because of the career that he's had and the longevity. And he's into it, even though he's not playing. He's into the meetings, during timeouts and in huddles. He's getting little bits of information to guys that he thinks is relevant, and he understands, that in this kind of situation, there's a lot of intensity, a lot going on. He has a good feel for, the kinds of things that guys need to hear in the heat of the moment. So, concerning the fact that he's unable to play, he is giving us some very positive things.
Mark?
Hello, Rick. Mark Folloville, Mavs TV broadcast. As you've watched the 5 games of the series now, is there anything that you put your finger on as to why both teams are playing better games on the road as opposed to on their home floors?
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You could probably get into a lot of analysis about teams playing in empty arenas all year, and I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough one to figure, but we are where we are, and one thing that I believe it's not the where, it's the how, and so we're really going to be ultra focused on the how tonight, and we're going to be as process oriented as possible, and in these types of situations, that's how you got to approach it.
Skylar?
Skylar Dixon with the AP. Rick, along similar lines, is there anything to the idea that maybe you guys are a little bit more used to having a big crowd in the building again now that you've had it a couple of times? And is there anything that could be an advantage there?
Yeah, we'll hope so. I don't think there can ever be anything negative about playing at home. That just doesn't seem possible. We have great fans. I think NBA fans throughout the league have just been so excited to get back in arenas and watch NBA basketball live that it's just been an explosive thing. The level of interest and how loud the buildings have been, et cetera. So, this is it's an exciting time of year. I mean, that never changes.
Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you after the game.
Did you take anything away from that?
Nope.
Oh,
not at all.
Okay,
Didn't find any of it interesting.
Wait a minute. That was pregame. What the hell? I'll tell you what. I'll pull up Rick in a second. That was pregame. All right, let's go to Luka. This is postgame. That was pregame. I don't know how that got in there, but that's fine. But here's Luka.
Okay, folks, here's Luka. We'll go ahead and start with Tim.
Hey, Luka, sorry if you can't hear me. We've got music blaring in the arena here. Kawhi Leonard obviously is the 2-time Finals MVP. What can you say about his performance and just how difficult it is to close out a team that has him?
I mean, he destroyed us. That's what it is. He had a hell of a game, and that's what he does.
Thank you.
Hell of a game.
Okay, Tim Cato.
Tim Cato, The Athletic. What did you make of the pick and roll defense LA was throwing at you with 4 doubles, and how do you?
Tim, you're cutting in and out. Can you try again?
Yeah. What did you think of the pick and roll defense the Clippers were playing against? Performed better in Game 7 against.
Sorry, Tim. We'll come back to you. Eddie, go ahead.
Luka, what's the emotional state of this team now? Such a great atmosphere tonight, but really obviously a disappointing finish.
That's all right. We're still motivated. There's one more game left. I don't think why we shouldn't believe in it. So there's one more game, so we all believe.
Okay, Matt?
Luka, you're going to a place where you've won 3 straight games. Are you feeling chances despite the fact you weren't able to win this one tonight?
It's Game 7. It doesn't matter where you are. You got to left everything on the court. And that's it. It's Game 7.
Okay, Raphael?
Hey, Luka, Raphael Haynes with the 3-point conversion. You just spoke about his Game 7, no matter where you are. What do you say to your teammates after a game like this? It was close. This has been a long series. What do you say to your teammates after a game like this, heading into a Game 7?
I mean, we all believe in Game 7. We all believe we can win. We won 3. It's 1st to 4. So we all believe.
Okay, Tim Cato, did you want to try again?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
You can hear me. Okay. Luka, I was just going to ask about the pick and roll defense that the Clippers played with the more aggressive doubling and trapping, and how you can counter that better in Game 7.
Well, we just got to read it better. If they double you, somebody's open, so we just got to read it better.
Okay, last one, Mike Leslie.
Luka, Mike Leslie from WFAA. You guys were called for 21 fouls, 14 against LA. It seemed like that was a frustration for you and for the team as a whole throughout the night. Did that take you out of your game in any way, shape, or form? And how did you feel about the officiating in general?
I don't want to talk about officiating. Everybody saw the game, and that's it. We lost. Moving to the next game.
Thanks, Luka.
Thank you.
Well, Billy, anything you had to say off of that?
Nope, nothing at all. I think I will say this, man. Luka Doncic, I think he has his head on straight. I mean, he has that look in his eyes. I expect him to come out guns blazing on Game 7. I do want to point out something though, real quick, man. Why do these reporters why do these reporters ask a question like that? Hey, like these players are dumb. We all saw the game, as Luka said. We saw the officiating, man. We've said it before. Dude, we knew they were going to try to favor the Clippers in a way to create a Game 7. We all knew this is common sense. Nobody's surprised here. Why do you ask a player that like he's going to sit there and say, hey, yeah, the referees really screwed us out of that? Man, don't do that, man. Don't do that to the players. You're putting them in a compromising position. I do not like that line of questioning. But Luka seems like he'll have his head together, man. He'll go out there and ball on Sunday. I've had full confidence Luka's going to ball on Sunday. I'm just concerned, will that Clippers team either front run and fall off, or will they actually show up and it gets down to the last 2 minutes and there'll have to be a stop or two involved? If it's going to be that type of game, then unfortunately I'm going to have to lean toward the other guys. But the series is 3-3 to EA's point. It's not over. I said this the other day. The series is 3-3. We might be looking at something. If the Mavericks work this out, it'll be the first time in NBA history it has ever happened. And so we'll be a part of we'll move on and we'll be a part of NBA history on the good side. And, only time will tell. We'll see Sunday afternoon about 2:30.
All right, let's see. They said Rick foul was too big, so I got to play it this way. So let's check out Rick right here and see what he had to say.
All right, Rick, I'll let you start, and then we'll go to questions.
Disappointing result. Certainly did a lot of very positive things throughout the game. The fourth quarter was tough. We had some missed opportunities. And, Leonard just hit some really spectacular shots. And so we're headed for Game 7. And, it's going to be a great opportunity for our team. I don't know if any of the guys in our locker room, other than maybe Redick, have been in a Game 7. We'll be excited, and we'll be ready.
Tim?
Man, ESPN, Rick, you mentioned Kawhi's impact offensively, which was obvious. How much do you think he impacted the game defensively, and particularly the time that he spent defending Luka?
He's been a big factor defensively throughout the series. He's going to make it tougher on any individual player that he's on. He's going to make it tougher in any 2 or 3 man situation that he's involved with. And, the fact that he had the energy, offensively to hit those shots down the stretch, the majority of which were very difficult, is something to behold. We're going to have to do a better job. We're going to have to look at, our scheming of him. We've done everything in this series. We'll have to be ready with the kitchen sink in Game 7.
Kevin Gray, 105 through the fan. Rick, after getting that turnover with Reggie Jackson at the 7:17 mark and Tim Hardaway getting the and one there, what was kind of the thinking with some of the timeout that was called and some of the sequence before and after once that timeout was called at that juncture of the game?
Our automatic timeout was going to be coming within a few seconds. We had a couple guys that had been in that were getting very winded. The mandatories are 3.5 minutes. I thought it was, we came out of that timeout with a bad possession, and the Clippers called a timeout, in their front court, and they turned it over. And so it certainly, wasn't perfect. But you asked what the thinking was. That timeout was going to come likely on the next whistle anyway. And I felt it was a good chance for us to catch our breath there.
Rachel?
Hey, Rick, do you feel that by the time you get to Game 7 in a series, there are more sort of big picture coaching moves to make, or at this point, everyone's done their lineup changes and it's kind of put everyone out there and see what happens?
Yeah, in most cases, both teams have seen pretty much everything, but I'm not sure that that's going to be the case here. We've seen a little something different in each and every game, and we'll just have to wait and see. I just know that we'll be excited for this opportunity, one of the things about the way today's game is played, it's turned every guy on the court into a playmaker. These guys have all seen virtually every junk defense. They've seen every kind of matchup thing to try to manipulate into a difficult situation. And NBA players have evolved and done a good job of reading situations. So there are certainly different things that can happen, with lineups and rotations and, even strategic things. But we'll find out on Sunday.
Is there anything in particular you learned from tonight's game that you'll take into Sunday? I know you've been in plenty of Game 7s, but with this team, every team's different.
We've got to, limit Kawhi Leonard's touches as best we can. I mean, that's one thing that's very obvious. And I've only looked at the fourth quarter so far. I'll look at the rest of the game. After this, and we'll have some decisions to make. We'll talk about those things and keep moving forward.
Okay,
thank you.
Stop it there, everybody. Good night. You're good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, Tim Cato, go ahead.
Listen, I'll answer more questions. I don't know that we're going to have any access tomorrow because of the travel and all that kind of stuff. So get everything you need now. Go ahead. Who's
okay.
up?
Tim Cato, go ahead.
Tim Cato, the Athletic. Tim Cato, the Athletic. Do you think you guys did a good enough job creating open looks after, on the pick and roll coverages where Luka was double teamed and trapped?
I think we were like 5 out of 6 straight possessions where we got a pretty good look at an open three. And we just were unlucky. And Tim had one drive where he's right at the rim and the ball bounced out. And so it's hard to get shots against these guys. They've got great defenders. They're mucking it up with switching and length. Look, you can always do better. I think it's always going to come down to, the better you can defend, the better your shots are going to be. And so we got to look at both sides of the ball. Obviously, we'd love to get, layups every time down, but, you get to this stage of a series, it's just unlikely that that's going to happen.
Mac Engel.
Hey, Rick, Mac Engel, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Rick, because hardly anybody on your team has been in this situation before, did you sense at all that maybe your team was a little bit tight and got caught up in the moment there in the fourth quarter?
I didn't think we were tight. I like the way we stepped into shots. I like the way we, our sort of, spirit, of our effort and trying to help each other. There are just some correctable things that happen throughout the game that are correctable and controllable that we need to do a better job of. And this turns into a game of inches. I mean, the little things in the first, second, and third quarter, they pile up, and as you get into the fourth quarter, we'll look at all that kind of all those kinds of things. But this is part of the growth process. Our team's been through a lot this year, and our guys are they're together. They're locked in together, and they're really fighting. And it's been great to be a part of this experience. And the last chapter of this series is on Sunday, and so we'll look forward to that.
Okay, Tim McMahon.
Tim McMahon, ESPN again. Rick, you've emphasized the value of Porzingis as a floor spacer. You've praised him a couple times this series for being patient. But when you look at a guy who's a 20-point per game scorer, throughout the season, he's got single-digit points in a couple straight games. Is it a concern, his lack of involvement, his lack of touches, his lack of shots? Do you need to try to get him going?
This comes down to what's best, for our team. And I've had a lot of conversations with KP during this series. Going into game 4, we had one strategy that was, completely different than what we had going into game 5. He's been great accepting, what our strategy was as a team, locking into it, and being professional about it. What this always comes down to is, in the case of your question, is, the term, your term, the quote unquote, getting him going, does that manifest in the best things for the team with their lineup, the fact that they're putting a difficult defender on him and those kinds of things. And so, we'll look at it headed into game 7. But I'll tell you this, I love the way he's playing. I would love to get him more open shots. And we'll look to do that in game 7 for sure.
Okay, thanks everybody. Rick, appreciate you spending the extra time.
Okay, and we will not have any media tomorrow.
Did you hear that right there, Billy? Did you hear
Sure
that?
did. Sure did.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? All this, I hope I'm gonna make sure I highlight that everybody tomorrow. Rick Carlisle said it. I love the way KP is playing. Watch
He's
everybody
telling
say,
you.
What's he supposed to say? He's not gonna come out here and no. Rick Carlisle will tell you. Rick Carlisle will tell you if you saw when Chandler Parsons, when he said He said, got on there and said Chandler Parsons is fat. He will tell you what he personally feels. He don't sugarcoat it.
See, that's the thing.
He's not going to hide it behind the media.
That's what people don't understand. Rick Carlisle is going to be pretty upfront about what he's saying, and he has said it over and over and over again throughout the course of this series. We have KP playing this way because this is what's best for the team. I don't know what people don't understand about it. This is a Mavericks issue. This is by design. KP is not getting the ball. He's not afraid of the Clippers, okay? These idiots, and can I go as far as to just call them just dumbasses, man? Because that's what they really are. He's not afraid of the Clippers. He's not afraid of Paul George. He's not afraid of these guys. He's an NBA freaking player, man. He's not afraid of these guys. The Dallas Mavericks are telling Kristaps Porzingis, this is what we need you to do to create space. That's what to create space. They have to respect your ability to knock down shots. He has said it over and over again. Hey, KP's being professional about this because trust me, when you're Kristaps Porzingis, let's just be real. When you're Kristaps Porzingis and you're 7'3" out here, you're making all this money, you're this guy. You come from a situation where next to Melo, you were the man. You had next. That was supposed to be your team in New York when Melo left. When you come from that, man, trust me, you're not afraid to shoot the ball. You're not afraid to play in big games, man. I mean, you're not afraid. The reality is the Mavericks are saying, hey, this is what's going on. This is what we need you to do. And he's having to swallow that pill. It's just like a receiver. The prime example for these idiots who don't understand. Dallas Cowboys have 3 receivers. Walt. All 3 of them are damn good. All 3 of them are damn good. One of them is going to, one of them is going to, on any given Sunday, have to sacrifice those attempts because another guy is going to be getting his. This is just what it is. Oh, don't say that, Sergio. They're going to come for you. Be careful. Be careful. They will come for you. You can. He must not know about Teflon Luka. You cannot say anything negative about Luka Doncic. Not here in the city of Dallas because they will come for you, man. These people will get in your DMs. They'll threaten you. They'll threaten you. They'll threaten your family. They'll tell your employer, listen, man.
No, they're not dropping dimes, are they?
Listen, if you go against Luka Doncic, you going against the city of Dallas, man. Do not do it, Sergio. But big ups to you, man, for calling it for what it is. He was mediocre tonight, man. He was mediocre. But I do think he's going to show up, man. But I love Rick standing up, telling the people yet again, what they do with it, that's their prerogative. But Rick has said it over and over again, man. This is what we're asking this man to do. And I'm hopeful the Mavericks can get to another series so that KP can shine. And people will, and watch how quick he come out and have 2 straight games of 20 points or whatever. And then, oh man, we believed him the whole time. And I'll be here to pick each and every one of y'all off and get on y'all ass. Each and every one of you. I got your names written down. I know who you are.
Well, speaking of that guy, let's go ahead and go to him next. Let's hear what KP had to say after the game.
I'm looking at.
All right, Kevin, go ahead.
Kevin Gray, 105 through the fan. KP obviously tried to affect the game on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, what did you see in terms of some of your looks, and what's your mentality for this team going into Game 7 on Sunday?
Yeah, as you said, just trying to make an impact in the things that I can on the defensive end and helping the team in whatever way I can. The shots that I got were good looks, decent looks. Yeah, no, it is what it is. And Sunday, yeah, it's gonna be a war. So we're gonna be prepared.
Tim McMahon.
Tim McMahon, ESPN. KP, obviously, you're being used more as a floor spacer than any kind of offensive focal point here. How much of a psychological challenge has this series been for you?
Yeah, it's obviously not easy, but I accepted that, that's what the team is asking me to do, and I'm willing to do whatever is necessary for us to go forward. And as soon as I accepted that, then it's not a psychological battle with myself anymore. I'm just out there playing and doing the things that the team is asking me to do and trying to do the best I can.
Brad?
Hey, KP, Brad Townsend, Dallas Morning News. You said Sunday's going to be a war and we're going to be prepared. What gives you the confidence that you guys will be prepared and can overcome obviously a really disappointing loss here, chance to close them out at home?
Yeah, we've done it before already in these series, you know. We played, I don't know, they beat us by 20 plus or almost 30 points. That game 4, right, and we bounced back and we won game 5. So it's obviously not going to be, you know, it's not going to be easy, but it's, you know, that's where the fun is, and we're looking forward to the challenge, and they're feeling good, and we feel like we can beat them. So we'll see who's right and who's wrong.
Dwayne?
Dwayne Price, Math.com. KP, what are some of the things in particular you guys got to do on Sunday in order to win that you didn't do tonight?
I'm not sure yet. I'll leave that to the coaches, to the coaching staff to figure out, you know, the adjustments we need to make, and we'll go from there. So, you know, I'll do my part.
Okay, thanks, Christoph.
Thank you, guys.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing, 2 things before I get to touch on that KP interview. Number one, go back to Luka interview. Did you know? See, I'm with you how dominant Luka might come out. You see, he was still in his uniform in that post game press conference. You see, he's probably gonna sleep in that uniform and take it. He's gonna say, "I don't need you. I'm just gonna keep this uniform on to remind me of what happened in this uniform. When I go to LA, I'm coming to step back jackets come with me, and we coming to bust up everybody." And then KP, and if you heard KP, you know, like you said, you know, I'm basically I'm just doing what they telling me to do. So, you know, I'm doing my part.
Well, the problem is, man, first and foremost, man, shout out to whoever's putting KP's fits together, man. That's one dapper gentleman, man.
That's that swag you're talking about, right?
Yeah, man, that's one dapper gentleman out there, man. That dude has that dude has that suit going, man. But all of that aside, I want to say this.
That's why Ed Tovash 10 doesn't like him, because he said, "I like my centers to be all rough and stuff." You know, he wants his center to look like Steven Adams. Yeah, he wants Yeah, or Brooke Lopez, a little short haircut, you know, something like that.
Hey, man, look, man, hey, let KP live his best life, man. Let that man live how he wants to live his life. But no, in all seriousness, though, man, you know, I know he's tired of answering that same damn question. I mean, he's just got it down to a T now. It's like, hey, man, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I don't understand what people can't understand about it. If you have a problem with Kristaps Porzingis and what he's doing on the floor, and you want to, you know, just nitpick him, then you're not watching the game. You're not listening to what's going on. You're not assessing it for what it is. Like,
no, they're trying to. They're what you accused me of earlier. They only care about points. They don't see the whole point of the game. Like his floor space. If he goes down there and stands in lane, Tim Hardaway can't get to the basket. And Luka can't do step back jack if he's down there in the paint.
Yeah, exactly. And you get more matchups. You get opportunities for offensive rebounds when the floor is spread, man. But they'll see it, man. I think in Game 7, I think it's going to be a lot more of the same. But I do think that they will. There's nothing else to do. You can't leave anything to chance. You got to get KP's got to get shots up. And I wouldn't even be upset if KP got the ball and just said to hell with it. It's black hole.
You want the Carlton for Fresh Prince?
Yeah. Go ahead and get yours. or no, just do what Melo does when he gets the ball. Hey, the ball got here to my hands. That's it. It ain't going back out.
Yeah, it ain't going back.
I'm going to put this shot up. And that way, if you're missing shots, then we can criticize and say, oh, okay, well, hey, he got his shots up. He just didn't play well. But ultimately, Walt, like I say, man, I'll maintain this throughout this offseason, no matter how far the Mavericks go. Kristaps Porzingis goes as really as Luka goes, and as they create opportunities for him, man. People got to understand, he's not a 7'3" big guy you could dump it down to and post up. That's not his game. That has never been his game. He didn't earn the name, the unicorn, being that. Let's just call it for what it is, man. And we got to get away from this stupid-ass idea. Ball is not the same. Ball is not the same that it was back then. Nobody's dumping the ball down into the block, doing it Tim Duncan style. That's not how the game is played anymore. So people need to quit doing all this bitching and complaining and stuff. You know, I'm a big fan of our guy Shannon Sharp, man. I saw Uncle Shannon was on Twitter talking about KP's not giving them nothing. But Shannon, when are you going to talk about 6 shot attempts? You can't. It's not mathematically possible to give you 20 points off 6 shot attempts. And he's telling you, Rick Carlisle is telling you, Chuck Cooperstein is telling you, you're watching it with your own 2 damn eyes. He's not getting the shot and the opportunity to do these things that you're expecting him to do. There's just the bottom line. That no matter how you want to look at it, you can hate him. If you don't like Kristaps Porzingis because you think he's soft, that's fine. That's cool. You think he makes too much money? That's cool. It doesn't matter.
That's not a reason. That's not a reason to hate somebody because they y'all need to stay out of people's pockets and quit counting people's chips.
Yeah,
is what you need to do.
You need to. You need to, man. And that's just the foolishness of it. But people gonna say what they want to say. It's not about Kristaps Porzingis. Stop worrying about him. Worry about your coach making sure that these guys are in the best opportunity. Make sure your coach is talking to somebody saying, "Hey, Luka, maybe we need to stop wearing out that corner to Finney Smith. He's not on." Maybe Maxey, hey, can you give us some points? Maybe. Just you think maybe you want to show up at Game 7? Can you give me 10? I would challenge each one of these guys first. Can you give me 10? Finney Smith, can you give me 12? Tim, can you give me 20? Luke, KP.
Wait a minute, man. This is another damn game. Maxey Cleaver gave you 0 points.
And not a single word on it. Not a single word. Kendrick told me Maxey's hit 1 shot over the past 2 games. 1 shot over the past 2 games. But because, and that's not his role. People get so ignorant.
He's guarding Kawhi the whole time. He didn't guard Kawhi the whole time tonight.
No, he didn't. Not at all. It was mainly Finney Smith who was guarding him or whatever. Maxey, but you know what? I forget.
Luka got some of that too, though.
Yeah, but somebody else had brought it up on the show. I can't remember who it was in our previous videos or when they came on. They had said Maxey, I think it was Kendrick said, Maxey's not getting those looks because Paul George and those guys are coming out there swiping at the ball. He's not a guy that can put the ball on the floor and create his own. Neither is Finney Smith. They have those guys facilitating. They get the ball to Finney Smith in the middle of the floor. He's not a good passer. He can't facilitate for you. So my thing is you're playing right into the Clippers' hands. You're playing right into their hands. I would get the ball into the middle of the floor to somebody's hands. I would get it in Luka's hands. Let him facilitate from the middle. That's what the Clippers are doing with Kawhi. But, we don't have anybody else that can go out there and create, man. That's the bottom line. So
that's really what it is.
They'll figure it out. They'll have to. They have no other option.
Let's go to this last one right here. Tim Hardaway. Let's hear what he had to say.
All right, you're unmuted. All right, we'll go ahead and get started with questions. Kevin, go ahead.
Kevin Gray, 105 through the fan. Tim, obviously a disappointing loss with an opportunity to close out. But what is the mentality now going back to a building where you've already won 3 games in this series and what to look forward to on Sunday?
Just preparing the same. Make sure that we know what's at stake and make sure that we go out there and leave it all on the floor. That's all you can do right now at this point.
Tim McMahon.
Tim, do you look at this game and feel like you guys let one get away, or is this just the case of, Kawhi came in and had maybe the most dominant playoff performance of his career?
I mean, Kawhi did a phenomenal job. He stayed in attack mode, and he made 2 big threes. Hats off to that. If he missed both of those, the game could have gone either way. But he's superstar for a reason. He's been in these moments for so long, so it's nothing new to him. But I wouldn't say we let one get away. I think the team that won today deserved it, and we just got to move forward and pick everything back up tomorrow and get ready for Game 7.
Eddie?
Eddie Sefko, Mavs.com. How tough has this series been, Tim, just in emotionally and so many ups and downs and twists of fate, and how tough is that to kind of fight through?
This is what you live for, man. Being a basketball player, you live to get to these moments, to play in the Game 7 in the playoffs on the road. I mean, I've never done it before, and it's only my first time, but just being able to watch those games and seeing my pops, be in a couple of them throughout his career, it's something big, it's something exciting, something you dream of. So we're gonna get our rest, we're gonna get ready to go, and be ready to go into a hostile environment in LA.
Rachel?
Hey there, Tim. How do you think your team is going to handle the bigness of the moment for Game 7?
I mean, a lot of guys on our team probably even never been in a Game 7, let alone the Game 7 on the road. So it's going to be 15 strong in there, ready to have each other's back, ready for a dogfight, and ready to do our best to go out there and come out with a victory. It's not going to be easy. I mean, this whole series hasn't been easy, but like I said, this is what you dream about. So you gotta just cherish that moment and go out there and compete on both ends of the floor as long as you can.
Knowing it is probably going to be one of the biggest games of a lot of guys' career, do you think that's going to be a factor that you guys have to take into account as you prep for the game, meaning like calming each other down or having the coaches do that? Or do you think just with everything this team has been through, it's just one more game?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more so of everybody just take a deep breath, making sure that they do their same routine that they've been doing, don't change anything, and like I said, just be ready for all out war. They got a lot of guys that are experienced, that's been Game 7s before, so they're gonna know what it takes. So we just gotta do a great job of matching their level of execution, their level of passion, and making sure we understand that we gotta go out there and just bring the energy and bring the fight.
Last one, Mike.
Hey, Tim, Mike Leslie from WFAA. This has been such a weird series, road team winning all 6 games so far. Do you guys feel like you have any semblance, even though the prevailing wisdom would be home court advantage? Do you feel like you have the advantage against LA at Staples?
Like I said, throughout this whole entire series, it's going to come down to the first person that won at home, before getting to this point, and none of this has happened. So now we're at a Game 7, and all I can say is that we're going to bring it. We're going to go out there and show up and show out and do our best to come out of there with a victory.
Thanks, Tim.
Tim, three to Hardaway is pissed. 3 to Hardaway is pissed, man. He's not happy about tonight. He knows they let one get away tonight. He knows he knows they let one get away tonight.
Well, Walt, I've said this and I'll say this again before we leave tonight, man. Make no mistake about it. The Dallas Mavericks are the better team. The Dallas Mavericks are the better team. I think that going into Game 7, the unknown, I think that's going to be a little overplayed. You'll probably hear people say, oh, well, the Clippers should win because they're the more experienced team, so on and so forth. And that may very well be true. But the unknown is something about that, man. And the Mavericks have the opportunity to go in here. They know that they let this game get away. They know that they can play with this team. They've shown it many of times. And all the pressure, let's just call it for what it is. The Mavs are playing with house money. If they lose, they weren't supposed to win, right? So we know that. The Clippers lose, all the pressure is on them. They're the ones under all the scrutiny. So I think the Mavericks just need to come out, play their game, get their shots up, man, play the best game you can. Just make sure you're leaving it all out there. And if you go out there and leave it all out there and you just come up short, there's nothing wrong with that, man. You shake those guys' hands and you go on into your offseason and build this thing and add some more pieces. If you win, then go on and get ready, and we'll move on to the next series. But I do want to say this, Walt, before we get out of here. I'm summoning Step Back Jack. I'm summoning Timmy. Okay?
3 to Hardaway.
Yeah, 3 to Hardaway. I call him Timmy. I'm summoning him. I need to see I need Big Steps. not Christopher. I need Big Stops to show up and be there, ready to go. I need championship Rick to be on that sideline, not just Rick Carlisle. I need championship Rick. I'm summoning all of the pieces that have brought this Mavericks team to this point. Walt, this is a big game, and me personally, I'm excited to watch it. I feel like it'll be a good game. If it's anything like these other games, we'll be in for a treat on Sunday. I'm just hopeful that my team will be the ones that are standing victorious at the end of it. But if not, I don't want to poo-poo the Mavericks season because they really had a rough season for what it was. Let's just call it with COVID and all things that were going on. But they had a lot of self-inflicted wounds as well. So regardless of how it all happened, we got one game, one moment to make it work for us, man. And the Mavericks got to get out there and do it. And I think that they will. I really think that they will. I like the attitude and the mentality of those guys after the game. Nobody's looking around like it's just oh, woe is us. You know, Luka has that. Like you said, my man didn't even want to come out the jersey.
He came out. He's still in his uniform.
Yeah, he's like, okay, yeah, this is what it is. And to EA's point, anytime Luka's had a bad game or something like that, man, he normally comes back with the vengeance. So I believe Step Back Jack will be in full effect on Sunday. And if it's not, you know, then maybe we need to look at something else. But I think they'll be ready.
Well, we'll be back here Sunday. It's an early game. It's a 2:30 game. So everybody will be able to participate. Everybody will be ready to go after post game. So we'll be back here Sunday night. Hey, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Always do his best for business. And if we don't see you around, then we'll see you around.